Mormonism and Me by Tanner Gilliland. At age 19, I stepped on a plane, ready to explain why sorrow and pain didn't matter in light of eternal gain. I was ready to teach and to preach on the beach of Brazil, ready to starve, thirst, be mocked, or be killed. You see, it never was a game to me. A missionary was all I had ever aimed to be. And I thought I knew that the reason I flew across the world was to do what I knew was true. So like pioneer children, we walked and we walked. Pioneer people followed our talk and got baptized. It was no surprise. We were cool American guys. There were times when I felt pretty depressed. Leaders calling about numbers only made me more stressed. But overall, I must confess that as an elder, I felt pretty blessed. Now, when I came home, a question from a buddy invoked a little fear and provoked me to study. He asked, why were blacks kept from the priesthood? Were they not good? Did they not do as they should? As I searched for answers, I was shocked to find that the men I had worshipped weren't really that kind. It gets kind of complicated, but I'll say what the base is. From Brigham to Harold, the prophets were racist. Another friend asked about Joseph Smith's wives, like, why weren't we taught about this all our lives? Did he marry 40 women before kicking the bucket? I threw my hands in the air and out loud I said, freak, I don't know. So down the rabbit hole I went. I should have counted the hours I spent studying church history, unraveling the mystery. I just wanted truth. Not the whitewash story I heard in my youth. Magic and peepstones and spiritual eyes, Freemasons and Danites and lies about wives, correlation, Mark Hoffman, Egyptian scrolls, September 6 and opinion polls, first vision changes and Kinderhook plates, Adam Godblood, atonement, DNA and Prop 8, billions for a mall and a Florida city, the Strengthening the Church Members Committee. Every single thing became suspect. I was incorrect about every speck of my religious sect. I had no plans to defect. I was just confused as heck. So outside of Rexburg, I knelt in a field, and I asked why everything felt so concealed, and why did I feel I was dying inside? Wasn't the Holy Ghost supposed to be by my side, to be my guide? I had once felt sublime, but with time, the feeling faded, and suddenly Moroni 10 seemed so overrated. I felt rejection instead of connection, and in my reflection, I knew the infection was beyond mere correction. There was no more perfection in my religious affection. But with introspection, I made the selection to continue inspection of faithful objection, and that's how I wound up in the apologist section. But no matter how hard I tried to deny or find reasons why I should believe some alibi, I couldn't comply. It's not some anti-Mormon lie. And in the end, my Pascal's wager got cut to shreds by Occam's razor. Now you call it a conspiracy. Tell me, what does a seer see? Why can't a prophet bring some sense to this mess, put the critics to rest? Oh, that's right, it's a test. It's not supposed to make sense. We walk by faith, not evidence. The problem is, every religion's the same. They all proclaim to speak in the name of God. They tell you you can pray and know if it's true, and that's exactly what they do. It works for them too. It's arrogant to think that they are deceived in what they believed and that they should leave their religion behind and come into mine as if I had exclusive access to the divine. You tell me to doubt my doubts before I doubt my beliefs. You say focus on milk. I say, where is the beef? You think saying I know will help me revive, but 2 + 2 will never be 5. It's easy for you to tell me I'm wrong when you're too scared to even go where I've gone. Trust me, it's hard to choose to see. There's still a hole in my soul where God used to be, and though it hurts like hell, truth is the key that fills it and turns it and opens the door for me to be free. Free from the need to be superstitious, free from a book that's proven fictitious, free from the mandates of a religious official regardless of title or middle initial, free to accept my best friend who's gay without having to judge him for living that way, free to serve others within my community without looking at them like a missionary opportunity, free to follow facts and not fairy tales, free from believing the priesthoods for males, free to live without constant fear that it's all going to hell because the end is near, free to love others just 'cause I can, and not because of some ancient command. Yes, brothers and sisters, I am free. And with sails unfurled, I set sail on the sea. I read warning signs that beyond here there be dragons at the edge of the world. But looking around, I have no need to fear. There's no signs of sea monsters here, no edge from which I'll plummet and die. Just truth, opportunity, ocean, and sky. And so I press onward, ever onward, with eyes opened, heart opened, mind opened, I'm hoping that when you look at my life, you'll see not a Mormon, not an ex-Mormon, just simply me.